This was late 2015. I'm so annoying. What's up? Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Felipé Charming, and in this video I'm going to be telling a story time about the time a boy flew me out to live with him. Before I get into the story time, be sure to follow me on all my social media. Everything's at Felipé Charming, should be here, whatever. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for 5K. It's so fucking lit. This is just only the beginning. 5,000 people. I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing to me and my channel, and I love you guys so much for it. On with the story time. So this was late 2015, and it was like 2015 and 14 were both like really hard years for me. Most like depressing and like, I don't know, it's really like unfulfilled and unhappy time. Literally, I don't want to say a bum, but that's how I felt. I felt like a bum because I wasn't doing shit with my life. I mean, yeah, I would work these little jobs on and off, but that was pretty much it. I wasn't really doing anything or trying to build anything up. I was really unhappy, so I had this friend that I knew since like 2010 or 11, whenever. He lived in Texas. He was from another state, but he lived in Texas for the sake of, we're just gonna call him Dexter. So me and Dexter, we were like friends for a really long time, but kind of like had like a boo thing kind of vibe to it. So like we talked, but we didn't talk at the same time, but we kind of talked, but we didn't, but we did talk in a way. Y'all, you know how that goes. So I would always FaceTime Dexter and tell him stuff. So he was like, oh, you know, for months upon months, he would say, you know, come out here, get a job, you know, it's easy for you to get a job, it's easy for you to get a car, it's easy for you to, you know, basically build up out there. So that was the plan. Before heading out, mind you, here is the gag. This entire story is like a secret, so a lot of my like friends don't know this. Because either they were too judgmental or it just was like, none of your goddamn business, like I'll let you find out eventually. I only had like a select few people who knew this per se, but I'm just spilling my own tea. That's like the sweet part of this. So, dead. But, yeah. So, before leaving, I would just tell my friends, oh, because my dad lived in Texas too, but he lived in a different part of Texas. So, I would just tell them that, oh, I'm going to go to Texas to live with my dad, because they had heard me talking about my dad and how he lives in Texas before. So, I just told all my friends I'm going to live in Texas with my dad and try to get my shit together out there. Like, that's literally what I was trying to do, trying to get my shit together. As I was leaving, I was crying my eyes out, because, like, I have nieces and shit, and I was like, oh my god, they're not going to remember me, and oh, their family, I'm going to miss everybody, blah, blah, blah. But really, I was at a point, like, honestly, bro, it really ain't shit out here for me, and that's really how I felt. So, got there, and, like, you know, everything was cool. You know, at first, really like cool, really affectionate. Dexter lived with himself and his best friend, who was also his roommate, I believe. Did he have another roommate? I don't think so. It was just him and his best friend, right? So, get there, it's cool. Like, Texas was like really cool, like a really like, it was like Florida in a way, but bigger. Basically, when I was out there, he became my boo. We would go out for drinks, we would have fun. Like, that was my boo. He was cool as fuck. His friends were cool as fuck. Up until maybe like my first 3 or 4 days into living out there, I would like FaceTime my family, and it was the day where I seen my niece, my youngest niece, who was just like born that year. No, I lied. She was born like, wow. Yeah, she was born that year. So she was all of like 6 or 7 months old. She wasn't even walking yet. Y'all know Poco, y'all met her before. I'll probably put a clip in here somewhere. But say hi to my baby. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube. Say what's up. Okay, no? Okay. I love you. Yeah, she was all of 6 or 7 months. So like, I would FaceTime my mom and she would show me her, and then I would cry. And he would just like, you know, when you're crying, you expect someone to kind of be like, you know, affectionate towards you, like on some "it's okay, babe" or something. But no, it was very like he literally gave that, like, ignored as fuck, like, you know. And mind you, I'm used to hyper affection because that's just how my family is set up. Not the closest family in the world, but we're really affectionate people. Like hugs and kisses, and when someone's down, you know, someone's there to talk to them and bring them back up type shit. But moving out there, he was the only person I knew and the only person I had in terms of like physically being around people that you know and love. That played a huge part in this too. And here's the gag and the demise. So his roommate, we'll call him his roommate slash best friend. For the sake of the story, we'll name him Alexander. Why not? I don't know. So Alexander was the type of drinker who didn't know how to hold his liquor, so you know, this was a recurring thing. Every time we went out, Alexander would be like dead. But you know, I'm not talking shit in a way, like, I don't know, he knows it's true, but he's a cool kid, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. One night we went out to the club or whatever, had fun. Night started off so lit. Everybody's drinking, including Alexander and Dexter. Dexter wasn't the best at holding his liquor either, but he held it. Alexander was just terrible at it. So Alexander got way too lit. I guess when I was trying to help him like walk or something, I was trying to help him in some way, shape, or form, the smacked my phone out of my hand and cracks my phone. In my phone case with the screen protector, my phone still managed to fall on concrete and crack. Mind you, going out there, I probably had all of $100 to my name. So him cracking my phone, it was like, okay bitch, you're paying for this shit. Period. I don't care how lit you were. I don't give a fuck of a flying fuck. I'm out here. I'm a broke bitch. My family's not out here. Yeah, sis could wire me some money, but that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, your drunk ass broke my phone. The least you could do is pay for it. So I was snapping about that. Dexter felt some type of way because I was snapping about that. Alexander, I don't know how Alexander felt, but sorry. I don't know how Alexander felt, but at the time I really could give a fuck less. But long story short, when we got home, or back to Dexter's house, when we got back to Dexter and Alexander's house, keep in mind, Dexter's the boy I moved out there for or with, or however you want to look at that. Alexander is his roommate. I go straight in the room, I'm mad, and I'm lit too. So I'm snapping, and I'm the type to throw tantrums. So I'm throwing a tantrum, I'm mad, I don't know if I was throwing my shit per se, but I was snapping. I'm like, bitch, you're paying for this shit. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, me throwing that little tantrum, not little, because I'm pretty sure at the time I was lit and I was pissed and I was out of the state. So like, it was just a lot of frustration built up. So I know I was snapping and yelling. But me snapping and yelling like that showed Dexter a side of me that he didn't too much appreciate. And I don't know, I think Alexander was passed out. So that's why it's like he didn't really have much of a thing. He didn't have like a huge role. Just the role that he played was getting lit and smacking my phone out of my hand, which caused Dexter to see the side of me that he did not like per se. I mean, granted, you'd hear me rant and rave over the phone, but when you see it in person, you're shook. But that's neither here nor there. At the time, it was just like, bitch, what the fuck? I don't even remember if Alexander offered to help pay for it. He said he'll pay for it when he can or something like that. I'm like, bitch, are you kidding me? I have to look at this cracked ass phone, blah, 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 blah. Dexter would not speak to me. Like, he was like, I guess he was giving me the very cold shoulder. When he left for work the next day, he didn't say good morning or nothing, a kiss, nothing, a hug, nothing. And that's a whole nother conversation. But Dexter's at work texting me about it. I wish I had the fucking thread. Damn it. But Dexter's texting me about it like on some, okay, honestly, I didn't appreciate how you were acting. Understandable. You know, he said he'll help pay for it, so I don't know why you tripping, blah, 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 blah. But he said he felt some type of way and he feels like I should go home or some shit like that. So trust and believe, bitch, you ain't seen nothing but a word. The kid called his mama and was like, okay, hey sis, yeah, so I need a flight back. So you got me right. She was like, okay, like, bitch, I got you. So booked the flight, was very okay. Who's taking me to the airport tomorrow because this Uber's $40 and I mean, I ain't want to pay $40 for no Uber, so I was like, yeah, can he take me? I'll just give him gas or whatever. Actually, no. I didn't even offer gas because, bitch, you cracked my phone and you're not paying for it. So, I was literally asking for the money, like, before I left, but he ain't giving me money. Anyway, Dexter was like, why did you book your flight so soon? You ain't give us no time to talk about it, blah, 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 blah. When I said I wanted you to go home, I mean tomorrow. But, you know, I didn't know how these people are set up. You know how people can be grimy and shit. I didn't want to have to be in somebody's house fighting them for the next week. No, for what? It was very, okay, bitch. Peace. I'm out. I'm leaving. Gone. Bye. Booked my flight for the next day. Didn't even get to say bye to Dexter. If I said bye to Dexter, I don't remember. I don't think I did. But I don't know if I said bye to him or not. I don't remember saying bye to him. If I did, it was very, like, cold. But Alexander was actually the one who drove me to the airport. It was a very like quiet drive. You know, when I got to the airport, you know, gave him a hug and all that good stuff. You know, just let bygones be bygones. Thanks for bringing me. Okay, bye. When I left, I was really salty. It was bittersweet because it was like, damn. Now I have to go back after telling everybody I'm gone after a week. Mind you, that is the biggest gag of all of this. All of this shit happened in 1 week, 7 days. Left on the 22nd, came back on the 30th. Literally like on some 7 days in Texas. Like literally a joke. So it's literally what happened. I hope I didn't miss anything too much. I guess the lesson in this story is don't depend on anyone or put yourself in the position to depend on anyone, especially someone you're involved with. And that's why everybody was side-eyeing me, and like one of my homegirls, like the reason why I didn't want to tell her was because, you know, like I was kind of like getting around to telling her. She was like, Felipé, that would be the dumbest thing you could do and da-da-da-da-da. But I didn't want to hear any of that from people. Clearly, you know, out here gonna be like, oh, I told you so, oh, I knew it, and da-da-da-da-da. Y'all ain't gonna find out until y'all see this video on YouTube. Ain't no to y'all shade. And don't think anyone is going to be your scapegoat or your meal ticket to your happiness. Only you can be. Build your shit up from the ground up so no one can say you wouldn't have shit if it wasn't for me. Just be that bitch. You know, don't put yourself in that position. No hard feelings to anybody. This was just my perspective of the very moment. I love you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.